Welcome. In today's video, I'm gonna talk to you about what to do if you are stuck in between identities, in between two different self-concepts, in between your old self and the self you want to be, your new self. In other words, if you feel like you are stuck in limbo, things are not moving, this is a video for you. Every time we are manifesting based on who we are at the moment, and in other words, based on your current self-concept, set of beliefs, programming, core value that you believe about yourself, and that is actually dictating your outside reality. Because we manifest who we are, energetically speaking, not what we want. And so fastest way for you to manifest that desired reality is actually changing your identity. Right, we all know this, but what if you are stuck in between? And this is actually very common. And recently some of you asked this, what to do if I'm actually in this limbo? So I want to address that in this video. First, you have to make decision. And this is sometimes painful, not necessarily because you have this desire, but because you are just fed up with this current reality. You are fed up with what is going on right now in your life. And I'm speaking from experience when I was completely fed up being single for years. I remember when I was fed up making certain amount of money, when I was fed up struggling financially, when I was fed up just living in lack and scarcity. Those are the moments when we are shifting to that next level. And whenever you feel like you're fed up, meaning you no longer resonate with your current outside reality, that's the sign that you are shifting and you are actually meant for greater things in your life. So the step number one is to understand that you have to decide. You have to decide that you are intentionally, consciously choosing a different reality. It's by decision you are claiming your new outside reality. It's not by change of circumstances. You cannot wait for circumstances to change because they will always reflect back to you who you are in this moment. And so if you keep waiting for opportunities to come, circumstances to change, blah, 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 you keep waiting. There is no match to that identity or that reality that you want to experience. The only way to experience that reality or that identity is to embody her now, to match that frequency now. And therefore, this all starts with decision. Now, you have to decide now in this moment, I'm no longer available to that reality. I'm no longer available to fill in the blank. It's your decision to decide that you are no longer available. Number two is to activation of your new identity. And when I say activation, I am talking about conscious, intentional embodying of your new self. And this, my dear, requires work. This requires inner work. So it can look like meditation, where you actually visualize and feel into the new version of you. Just like Dr. Joe Dispenza, for example, he has changing boxes meditation. It's the same thing. It's actually the tool to changing your identity. Neville Goddard is talking about SAD, state akin to sleep, which is that actually scene that you are imagining before you fall asleep when your subconscious is open, and you are imagining, visualizing the scene that everything you want is already here, and how would you feel if you are in that scene. It's the same thing. It's all about actually stepping into these shoes of your new self and becoming that new self. So this is intentional, conscious work that you need to start doing. And I don't care what tool you're going to use. You can use affirmations, you can do daily journaling, you can do meditation, visualization, you can use the SAT technique, whatever technique resonates with you, choose one, but you have to start applying it. This is about rewiring your subconscious belief system. In other words, to actually believing that this is already done. This is already done and I am already her. I am already her. And this is the foundation of the work, right? But we are not done, because here comes number 3. Number 3 is to act. Act in alignment with your new self. So this is important, because if you can actually start acting like her right now in this moment, if you can start talking like her in this moment, if you can start embodying her in this moment, and by the way, you embody her by taking action in 3D reality. That's how you embody her. You don't just embody her by thinking like her, feeling like her. You have to start acting like her. Because in 3D, we solidify things by taking action. And so when you start actually acting like her, meaning you take action that is in alignment with your new self, that is going to actually show you different result in 3D reality. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a business owner. Let's say you're building a business. Let's say you're starting a business, you want to scale your business. And I'm going to ask you, how would you act? How would you behave if you are already experiencing that reality where you are already successful, where you are already making that dream income, where you are already making that dream impact, where you are already that successful version of you? How would you behave? What business strategy, what action, what moves would you do on daily basis? And then you go and do that. If you can actually do that, if you can actually make yourself do these things despite of your fear that is coming from your old identity, guess what's going to happen? Your 3D outside world will definitely reflect back to you this new changed version of you. On the other hand, if you claim that you are stepping into this new you are stepping into this new beautiful identity, and yet when it comes to taking action, your action represents your old self, don't be surprised that it's not happening, because then you are actually not being honest and you are not necessarily self-led entrepreneur. This same applies to your personal life. Let's say you want to manifest the one, and yet you act like someone who does not believe that she is worthy of receiving love, and therefore she goes on a date with someone that she knows it's not for her. She lowers herself, she lowers the standard, and she is settling for less. This is not in alignment with that version of you that is already experiencing that beautiful, loving relationship. So, if you can apply these 3 steps, promise you, you will finally shift into your new reality, because you will finally embody her. You will finally embody her. If you want to learn more, I'm going to actually give you some resources in description. And I welcome your comments, your questions, and I'll see you in my next video.